So I've been wanting to tell you guys a story of something that happened recently. If you saw my posts, I lost my voice, by the way, so don't mind me. If you saw my posts and stuff about 2 weeks ago or so, I was clearly going through something, and I'm just going to share a little bit about that. My dog passed away really unexpectedly, like fell over, and then like an hour and a half later he was gone. I took him to the emergency room, all of that stuff. It just didn't matter. So that's what I was going through. Here's the thing. So there was a moment where I had to decide whether or not I was going to try to put him through a $10,000 operation that the doctor really did not recommend because there was too much internal bleeding and other things like that. And so there was this moment in meditation not that long ago that happened. So the way that I channel in particular is in meditation. I see things almost like a movie. I can walk through them. I can interact with them. I've done this for 5 years. So about 3 days before my dog's passing, I'm sitting in meditation, and my old dog, who passed away about 2.5 years ago, I had him for 13 years, like, I'm sitting in meditation, and I'm like in my car all of a sudden, and I'm sitting and looking in the back seat, and my old dog Hercules is sitting there, like smiling, looking out the window, like just chilling. And I was like, instantly felt my heart like light up, because I haven't seen him in that way in a long time. And so it was like beautiful. And then all of a sudden my most recent dog Bentley pops up in the back seat with him, and I was like, oh my god, they're like, and he's almost like half the size of Hercules, and like my instant feeling was this like overwhelming like heart reaction where it felt hot and just full. And I was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful that they like got to hang out and like meet, and made me happy. And then, you know, we drift off in the car, and we like end up like entering into space sort of, and then like they disappear. Physics do not matter in a meditative space. You're like in the quantum, so it doesn't work that way. Anyway, so that happens, and I was like happy. I was so happy about it. I remember I told my mom like the next day, maybe like later that day, something like that, and I was like, how beautiful is that? And I still felt so happy about it. Skip to 3 days later. So my dog was not old. He was not sick that I was aware of. And all of a sudden we're standing at the emergency room, and she's like basically telling me that he's dying. And I'm like, whoa, like he was literally fine 2 hours ago. Like, what are you talking about? And that moment where my two dogs met in the back seat pops into my head. It was in that moment that I realized that my guides, my spirit guides, were trying to give me a message that my current dog was going to be joining my other dog. But at the moment I didn't get it, which can happen a lot when you channel. You don't always get the message, but in that moment I knew that he was not supposed to go through the operation. So I had to let him go. And so I walk out of the emergency room, and it was nice that I had my mom with me at least. And so we go to drive away, and just we look up in the sky, and I'm like, literally like, there's this one little dot in the sky that's like a little prism, like a little rainbow, but there's no like clouds, it's not raining, just like this one little dot in the direction that we're headed. And I was like, instantly knew that it was Bentley. So for those of you who don't know, when a pet passes away, we call it a rainbow bridge, like that they've crossed over the rainbow bridge. And so that moment was just like instant confirmation for me that like he was there and he was okay, and he was going to be with my old dog. Yeah. And mainly now it's just about getting used to him physically not being here. And, you know, that's just a chore that I have to do every day. But yesterday was a bit hard. Went on my first walk without him, and of course it just felt like something missing, but it will get easier each time. And like I said, I went through this 2.5 years ago, so it will be okay. But I did want to share the meditation with you guys and the rainbow part after, because I just thought they were just so fascinating. And yeah,